going into this defense now that you had a full off season to adjust and kind of fit in with what they're asking of you?
I've grown a lot. I've learned more. I've become I want to say like a film room fanatic. Like I'm always in the film room. AJ, Quez, they call me. I call them about stuff. They've been doing a great job of just helping me. Ehal, B Hill, all of them. They come in on off days. They come in at 6 on a day when we lifted in the off season. It was just all of those guys together helped me get the defense a lot better.
How did your reps at safety help you as a corner?
My reps, it wasn't even my reps. It was really just being in a room with Coach Sanders for the spring, and just it really helped me learn the defense and what everybody had. So it was just like, it was big being in Coach Sanders, hearing the terminology. Coach Sanders, he would talk to me after, just like B Hill and them guys. So it was definitely big helping me learn everybody's jobs in the defense.
What are some of the differences between what Coach Sanders does and what Coach Collins does, if there are any?
It's really no difference. We all speak the same language. Coach Collins is big on that, speaking the same language, Coach Collins and Coach Sanders. So it really wasn't much of a difference. It was just Coach Sanders teaches the safeties and Coach Collins teaches the corners.
So learning other people's roles in the defense helps you understand more part of what you're supposed to do and how it reflects with everyone?
Yeah, just knowing like if the linebackers got to be here, then that must mean I can't be there. And if the safety's there, then there's only one more spot for me to be at. So just knowing where your help is at is just a big thing, I feel, in any defense.
Coming from Al Cooper, do you feel like you have the responsibility to live up to what Revis did and what Ty Law has done?
No, I feel like it, but they preach all the time, just being myself and being MJ. But it would definitely be really cool to do something similar to what they did.
You speak to them from time to time?
Yeah, from time to time. If I ever need to, they always tell me to reach out. I don't do a good job of it, but they reach out most times. So.
What's that bond like, MJ, between former Alabama players?
It's amazing. It's like you shared something and it's not even spoken about. Like we all went through the same things, from running in the gym to that week of camp. Everybody knows what it's like to be equipped. So you share that kind of bond, and then when you get older, it's like, okay, now you're going to the next level. I'm going to show you how to get to the next level and further.
Your dad was your coach in high school, right?
Yes.
What kind of things did he teach you?
It was never not a teaching moment, and a lot of football related to life, because I lived with him. So it was like going home was never over. If I messed up in practice, we would go over like what to do and why I did it and how it's going to help me off the field. It would always translate. My dad was a big lecture guy. So like he would talk to me for hours and hours, but in the long run, I look back and I loved every moment of it.
Do you have a piece of advice that you've gotten from a guy like Darrell or Ty that stood out?
Probably just like run your own race. Just do what you got to do to be successful, and don't get too focused on what other guys did, whether it's them or whether it's another guy in the nation playing corner. Just do what you got to do to be successful, because everybody's path is different.
If I remember correctly, when you first got here, you said your family was always checking up on you, and you was going home to do laundry. What's that like now that you're settled in? Is it still that same relationship, or are you kind of like, guys, let's cut down?
Nah, I go eat with my mom and stuff. She still does my laundry every weekend, so she's gonna come get it Saturday after the scrimmage. Yeah, but she loves that job, and then I see my dad every weekend too. So yeah, we hang out all the time.
He still critiques you, your dad?
Yeah, he tries to. He tries as hard as he can without knowing the defense. I think you should do this. And I'll be like, well, Dad, I should be doing this. So I don't know if that works.
Is that like the day after a game, or when does he go?
I wish it was the day after the game. The car ride home. I normally ride home with him from the games. And they'll be like, yeah, play 47. You should have been a little bit more physical. And I'll be like, I don't even remember play 47. But all right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Do you appreciate that time together, though, that you guys have?
100%. I took it for granted as a kid, and I used to get so upset when he would do it when I was younger. But now it's like, because like I'm passionate about it and I learned so much from it, and I realize that now it's like, yeah, I need that. So that's really why I ride with him from the games. I need to hear what you think, and because you got me here, so he's always going to be in my corner.
Has that been something that's kind of helped you stay focused here, is having that family connection when you came back to Pitt?
100%. My dad is always on me about being focused and just having the right mindset. He checks in on me. My mom too. They check on me mentally, just to make sure I'm in the right process. Like they both have like it like balances. Like my mom mentally and off the field, the stuff she knows, she talks to me about, and then my dad tries to bring what she's talking about to football, and it just relates. It helps me in life.
Anything else? MJ, you grew up around here. You know about the backyard brawl. What do you think that's going to be like in 13 days?
I told Rylan, because we were watching the Tennessee game, he was like, I That game was crazy. I was like, September 1st will be like the craziest game you ever played. And like, he's gonna look back like my first ever college game was crazy. Like, Heinz Field's gonna be crazy. I know the fans, they're gonna go back and forth. There's probably gonna be some fights somewhere in the crowd or outside. Hopefully it doesn't involve my parents. But yeah, I know fans are crazy about this game, and so I feel like the energy will be there, and two great teams are going at it.
Did they recruit you, West Virginia?
Yeah, it was my first offer.
Do you have family or friends on both sides of the rivalry?
I do. I have family and friends I have family on both sides. So my uncles, they're from West Virginia. So, or my uncle's people are from West Virginia, so they're kind of West Virginia fans.
How seriously did you consider West Virginia?
I really don't even remember, to be honest. My recruiting was a blur. I just was going with the wind, to be honest.